here.
Okay.
Pretend like, let's not pretend. So, okay, so actually you come in here because I'm going to be talking to you.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the food bank. What I normally do on a tour is explain how the food comes in, what we do with it when it's here, and then how it gets shipped out to all of the people that need the food. So first off, we get food from a variety of different sources. A big part of it comes from USDA. So we purchase the food in bulk, and then we distribute it to our programs. If we follow the guidelines for USDA, then they'll reimburse us, and that money goes right back into our programs. So that's the majority, is we have to purchase the food. Since we're transferring onto or transitioning into a more healthier food bank, we want to be able to purchase food much rather than getting canned and box food donations in from the community, because it's not healthy food that comes in, as you'll see when we go through the warehouse. So since we're different than a lot of the food banks, since we want to focus on nutritious food, that's the big kicker. So for every $1 that's donated to the food bank, we can purchase $17 worth of healthy food, which is huge. Yeah. Okay, great. If you gave me $1 for saying that, I'd be rich.
Right.
Thank you. So this is going to go to the food bank.
Good.
So that means that you've contributed $17 worth of healthy food. In addition to donations coming in, we have local farmers, and they have lots of produce like in here, and they will they'll give us this produce if it falls on the ground, or they have too much, or it's getting too close to its expiration, when it looks like it might be. Yes. So if there's an issue with that, they'll give it to us, which is really nice. And then we have grocery rescue programs. So all the grocery stores around here will give us food if it's getting close to its expiration date, or if they ordered wrong and they have a whole bunch of stuff that they can't move out, they'll give it to us, which is really nice. We also purchase food in bulk with other food banks. So the different counties around here that are close to us might all pitch in together and get a whole bunch of food, and then we distribute it to all those different counties. Mostly all of the categories that, well, we're trying to get more healthy foods. So we've got a food sourcing manager who goes through and figures out exactly how much of each different type of food we would like to have. And that's what we give the grocery stores as our wish list.
You base that on what you give the client?
It's
what's
what they
in the
want.
client's bag?
Yes, yes.
The ideal bag, so to speak?
And the
And then
client,
you go back.
you might not know who the client really is. So a lot of people think that.
Well, one out of 4 of them in the county are children. I know
Yes,
that.
they are.
That's very true.
One out of
School
4.
presentation.
Exactly, yeah.
There you go.
And a lot of people think that someone that needs food can just walk in the food bank and get food, but that's not necessarily true. We're a distribution center. We're not like a small food pantry. So what we do is, once we get all the food in from all those variety of sources, see this board up here?
Mm-hmm.
This is a list of, well, it needs to be updated now, but 300 local nonprofit partners that we give food to.
Sure, I recognize the church.
Mm-hmm.
There are Saturdays, you see the sign.
Yeah, so you probably know of Transition House, Catholic Charities, Boys and Girls Club, Girls Inc., all of those places. They are the ones that feed people directly, so they're the actual clients. So we give food to those organizations, and then they prepare it, or in some cases package it up and give it to those folks that are in the programs. So that's where the food goes. That's the majority of the food. Other places that we take food is our after-school kids programs, which are really, really fun. Why we created programs and why we focus so much on programs is this. Because when you're trying to change habits of a community that is used to eating bad, cheap food, if you give them a whole bunch of fresh produce or good food, they might not want to do with it. Yeah. So we need to educate them on, yes, it tastes different. It doesn't have the fat and the salt and the sugar and all of that stuff that makes bad food taste so good. So in order for us to not waste the food that we're giving them, we have to educate them on why they should be eating it and changing their lifestyle. Because we want to make an impact in the community. Mm-hmm. So we have after-school cooking programs.
I should go to one of those.
Yes, you should. They're really, really fun. Yeah, and at one of those after-school cooking programs, we make pink pancakes. Do you know how we made them pink?
Strawberries. Cranberries.
Think of a vegetable that kids would not touch. Yes, kids would not touch it with a 10-foot pole. But put it in a pancake and it makes it pink and it's fun, then they'll be more apt to try it and hopefully want to buy it at the grocery store next time. And buying food at a grocery store causes another issue. It's really expensive to buy healthy food.
Yes.
So, our solution to that is our Grow Your Own Way program, where we go into after-school sites, usually these sites up here, and we teach kids about how to grow their own food in their own backyards. So that's really fun too. You can help with that if you'd like. And then also our nutrition advocacy classes. So we're teaching kids about the difference between a good calorie versus a bad calorie.
Much more than a warehouse.
Much more than a
Great to
warehouse.
see you.
Yes. So we are a big, huge distribution center, but also we focus on these programs. And 96% of your dollar donated to the food bank goes into our food programs. Which is
Get the
huge.
other 4 cents.
That's administrative that nobody
That
likes
would be
to
the power
talk
company.
about. That's like
and
my
the
salary.
bill.
Yeah.
You gotta actually,
I actually have to get paid for what I do. So
you're not
that's
getting
big
paid a
thing.
lot if you're only getting 4 cents.
I know. But that's where the money goes. And another program I want to make sure we mention is the Brown Bag program. So that serves seniors, and there's a ton of seniors that we serve in our community. So what we do is we package up the canned and boxed foods here at the warehouse. We have a group of volunteers that do that. And then we distribute them to the sites, which are up there on that board. And those are just local senior centers. And then we have volunteers that are seniors at the sites that put the bread and the fresh produce in, and then they distribute it off to everybody at that site. So those are the 2 types of programs that we actually go and give food to people directly.
Okay, so the first program is like Girls Inc., where they actually prepare and serve food to be consumed.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one is like Brown Bag program, where you provide essentials, but the end product is created by the farm.
Exactly. Yeah. And all of these organizations work differently.
And then the third line is you distribute in bulk to different locations, and they distribute to the farm.
Exactly. Yeah. You got it. And then our programs too, which is different than a lot of food banks. But food banks are noticing that we have a pretty high success rate with our programs, and so they are implementing them in their food banks too, all over the nation, which is really nice.
Look confident.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well worth the 4 cents.
Yes, well, so in a nutshell, that's what we do. And then typically we take you through the warehouse and show you the freezer and refrigeration section. We have a new building called the Volunteer Hub, which is over there, and we'll show you that too. Okay, so you can stop for now.